Here, this is my back to bases. I'm doing ego printing on my shirts and bandanas. So what I've done here is I had to start over again, and that's okay. It's up to you on how you want to fish it. You can roll it up, you can do it any way you want. Now what I have is purple cabbage right here. Remember the pH balance I talked to you about? It can change according to whatever ingredients. There's some dry leaves, it don't matter. It's still going to come out. I throw some, this is my bandana. I've thrown some flowers there and some more purple cabbage right there. And then I flipped it over here to this side, and you see there's purple cabbage there, there's some flowers there, and you can already see that some of the dye is starting to come through. Again, when you do this kind of treatment, and the pre-treaters do stink, I mean just smells, you need to have a fan on, or you need to do it outside. Now I want to just put my leaves here and see how that turns out. And then we're going to take my shirt here, and we're going to fold it over real careful. I'm trying to do all this one-handed. I went around and picked these up at different places that have thrown them away. This here is a bucket that I've been soaking in vinegar water for like a week of just different plants here. It was like, those was originally a bright yellow. There's still some green. My pot here has some rocks in the bottom for me to put my fabric in, so that way it don't touch the bottom. I want the water to get up underneath the overall plants. So we're going to turn around. I think I want to add these leaves here. It don't matter what, really. I mean, each pattern is going to come out different. No two is going to come out the same. Just not going to happen. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to organize it, you want it more creative, you want to add more leaves, you want to add less. The choice is up to you. So, it's fall here at this time of year. And because of that, a lot of the plants are changing colors and are dying. Now this here was one I picked up here, and then I want to add a few here. Then here's this one here. We're going to add that one into it, because once I press it down, and what I'm doing here is because of this here, you can see right here, we're going to turn around and add that, flip that over just a little bit so it can get on the sleeves. Here, we want it on the sleeves some. So we want to get the sleeves a little bit of a print to it. Don't have to be a lot of a print. Again, I'm doing all this one-handed, so it's not always necessarily easy. But I wanted to show you here. Here is another one of my roses here. We're just going to take it. And like I say, this rose is pretty sad shape. You can see that. It's pretty sad shape. But that's okay. We're going to take that, and then we're going to leave the stem in there. I want to leave the stem in there and the leaves. And then I want them just twist every which way. It don't really matter on it. I might add a few more pieces of cabbage in here. And then I'm going to add my bandana. And then you're going to see right here, you can see all the way through this. We're going to add this here in there. And then I want to add a few overall, just different leaves to give it a different overall appearance. Flip it over here. And like I said, the bandanas are 22 by 22 that I ordered online. I want to leave this here all intact right here. I'm just going to push it down, and you can see where it was taped here. I just pick them up any and everywhere that I can find flowers. So any and everywhere is fine with me, as long as I can pick them up. I picked up where they're throwing them away, and I'm recycling. Now you can buy them if you want to buy them. That's really, really, totally up to you. Now, I want to see, because I got the stems in there, I cannot really bend very well on them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and roll it up just a little bit here. And again, I'm trying to do all this one-handed here. You can see the cabbage here. And then we're going to have to break the stems in two. It's all this stems got to break. So now, we got all this here. And if you want to, you can add a few more leaves. And this here is part one, by the way. I'm adding a few more leaves here, and I'm going to tie all this up. So what you want to do is, once you do this, like I said, this is all pre-soaked. Check my pre-soaked one. I put sodium ash, I put aluminum sulfate, or alum, however you want to pronounce it, and vinegar in my pre-soak. And you can already see here the coloring that's starting to come through here already. The goal is you want to keep it as long as possible. Now once this is done, it's very important to let it dry and then iron it, and also possibility of throwing it in the dryer. You can throw it in the dryer and do it that way as well. Now I'm going to go ahead here. I'm just throwing a bunch of leaves on it, and then I want to go ahead here and I want to tie it all up. What I want to do is put it in my pot here, and I'm going to go ahead and add my my dye right here. And I have more than that also, as you will see here. So let me just kind of put you right here. Hopefully you can see here. See my, whoa! Hi, see my beautiful dentures here? Thank you everybody for my dentures. So we're going to go ahead and add this on into it. And what I have here is, you can see better here. Let me get you right here. I know it sucks on my edited on this here. I have this here, and I have all this here down in here. So now, you don't really have to tie it up. You don't have to. It's up to you. I should have cut some of this up, but I really didn't know how much of a length. The bigger pot you have, the more you can dye with, and that's really the whole objective on it here. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead here, and then I want to, hopefully it'll set up here where I can get some of this tied up. We want to tie it. You want to tie it fairly tight, but you don't want it so tight that none of the dye is going to get through it. I'll put those leaves in there. I want to create an outer dye here for it, so it will indeed stay in place. And I should have evened this here up a little more, but I didn't. So let's see if I can pull you over just a little bit. There we go. Now, so once this is done and you got it all tied up, and you can, and the thing is that some of these leaves and stuff in here will settle on this as well. Once it settles on it, it will indeed be a nice overall. So what you want to do, you want to add, since I already added the vinegar water in there for it, is you want to add more vinegar into the solution to help maintain the overall colors here. Now, so just is, you can do it different ways. Now I've chosen to do it this way. Now, as you can see right here, you can see here how tight I've got it right here on the ends. So, getting that all done, because you want it tight, but you don't want it so tight that you're not going to get in. That's why I do this one way with it here. And what I do, I cheat a little bit afterwards. I use a clear enamel spray to put on it to help preset, to help keep the color set in. I have a test shirt that I use to try things, to wash it out, see how the color. I tried the hammer pounding technique and stuff like that to see how it would work out. It was, whoops, hi. It was okay. But as far as pour some of it, I really wasn't my ultimate desire on it at all. Now I'm just trying to get some of these leaves stuck in here. And I have my overall dyes. Now,